Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Max. Welcome back to another show, another episode, another reaction. Today, we got Secret Reasons You Didn't Know About Everyday Things. It's a nice little video we got here. I haven't reacted to anything like this before, so first time on the channel. We're going to see how it does. Before I start, remember to go like and subscribe if you do enjoy my content. I got plenty of videos here. You can go subscribe to my Patreon for that I have everything that gets blocked on YouTube. It gets posted onto my Patreon for you guys to enjoy. But yeah, for the let's get right into it. Let me know down below if you want me to react to something in specific, and I'll see if I can get to it. Let's get going.
In your day-to-day life, you probably use an astounding array of different items without stopping to think much about them. But turns out, many of them actually have secret uses and crazy reasons for their designs that you'd never have guessed. From your phone to your bank card, get ready to uncover some of the best-kept secrets.
Also, oh my god, I saw this in the comments the other day. A couple people mentioned how like I'm really serious whenever I like do this stuff, and like that's just how I am naturally. I don't know, but like my resting face is very like I either look angry, or I look like I'm like having the worst. But like I promise, it's just like my focus. I'm just gonna like focus and take things in. Just letting you know.
Secrets in everyday things. Perplexing percentage. Before going out, checking the weather app on your phone for those all too familiar rain cloud icons is always wise. But what do you think the percentage next to those clouds means?
Oh my god. I actually I saw this a while ago I saw this a while ago. I forget, I think it was on TikTok or Instagram or something like that. Where it means like it's not like that it's a 5% chance it's gonna rain. It's a 100% of that it's gonna rain. But it just like your area where you're at is only gonna be covered 5% by the actual like rain. Like the 5, I think it's something like that.
Most people assume that the number refers to the percentage chance that rain will fall in that area at the given time. If you live in the UK and some other parts of the world, you'd be right to assume that. However, in the US, this is not the case. Stateside, there's an equation behind the percentage. The forecaster's confidence of rain multiplied by the forecasted area. So if the forecaster is 100% certain that rain will cover 30% of Albuquerque, New Mexico, the percentage shown if you live in Albuquerque will be 30. Equally, if the forecaster is only 50% certain that it'll rain, but that if it does, it'll cover 80% of Albuquerque, the percentage on your weather app would read 40%. This is because 50% or half of 80% is 40%. But that percentage doesn't tell you how heavily it's going to rain, which is why even if you see a nice, small 10%, I wouldn't rush outside without packing a coat.
I actually did not know that there was like the equation part of it, but I knew about like the area coverage.
Fry flyers.
What?
When you're hungry and need a quick bite to eat without going to the effort of making anything, good old Ronald McDonald is always there to help. But the next time you're tucking into your McDonald's fries, take note of the bendable flap near the top of the box. Some people bend it towards the fries to cover them up and keep them warm. I'm not so patient. But you can also flip that flap of card backwards and use it as a makeshift plate for your favorite condiment. Only make sure you bend it down firmly enough so that it doesn't spring back up and launch sauce all over the place.
I actually did not know that. But I'm about to make a statement here. A lot may disagree. I think the McDonald's is the worst fast food place. It is disgusting. I don't know how people like it so much. It's disgusting. I hate it. I mean, I haven't had McDonald's in a very, very long time, but I don't know. Last time I had it, it disgusted. I don't know why people like it. I think there's so many better, healthier alternatives there to it. I think there's more healthier. I know that McDonald's is very cheap, That's why most people usually get it. But I think that there is cheap, healthier options that are so much more better for you than McDonald's.
Silent service. If you're heading into the store to buy a few small items, the self-service checkout is a no-brainer. It's often faster than waiting for people to unload their shopping carts, with the added bonus of keeping awkward human interaction to a bare minimum. However, that loud, overly self-assured voice commanding you over and over again,
"This can now be placed in your bag,"
really grinds my gears. I had no idea you could actually turn it off. Next time you're being verbally assaulted by the politest voice possible, take a closer look at the screen. There's often a volume button at the bottom, which, if you touch, should mute the insufferable speaking once and for all. Now, this button isn't on all machines, but with any luck, your local stores will have it. And as you check out your shopping in blissful silence, all the other shops...
That's interesting. Yeah, every time I'm like ShopRite or Walmart or something, put your item in a bagging area. Like, it's so annoying. Insert your card, your payment method. It's so
Shoppers are
annoying.
guaranteed to be checking you out in jealousy. Although that might undermine the whole avoiding attention thing. Super sanitizer. Hand sanitizer has become commonplace in pretty much all our daily routines nowadays. But have you ever tried using it on anything other than your hands? This multi-purpose miracle gel can also be used as a highly effective screen cleaner for your devices, as well as a stain remover for your clothes. You might need several applications, but with enough dutiful dabbing, most stains should come right out. This is because the alcohol in sanitizer works as a degreaser, breaking up oily, greasy spillages.
That actually makes sense. I don't do that, but it's because I got things for that, but it makes sense.
And next time you're caught out on a hot day without any deodorant, just wipe a bit of hand sanitizer on your pits. The alcohol content kills bacteria dead, stopping the wicked whiff right at its source. Sure, you might get some funny looks, but that's better than smelling funny. While you're at it, you could even sort out your hair with a quick squeeze of the stuff. A little gel rubbed into lifeless locks acts similarly to a dry shampoo, cleaning it while also absorbing any greasiness. Again, all due to that alcohol.
But if I catch you putting hand sanitizer in your hair, bro, like, what are you doing? No. Don't listen to this guy. Don't listen. In your hair, like, there's just better products than hand sanitizer.
There's so many uses for this stuff. The only problem is trying to remember them all. Mysterious micro mesh. Microwave ovens are a staple of the modern kitchen. Capable of cooking food far faster than conventional ovens, they were a game changer when they first hit the scene back in the mid-20th century. But have you ever wondered why every microwave has that annoying black mesh over the door so you can't even really see the food you're cooking? Well, turns out that if it wasn't there, you'd be in a situation that's a whole lot worse. That's because the mesh actually blocks harmful microwave radiation from being blasted straight through the door and onto you. Microwaves emitted by the oven can pass through the glass door, but they can't pass through metal. Therefore, the mesh, which is usually made from steel, is stuck to the inside of the door, so that any microwaves trying to escape are reflected straight back.
But there's like holes in it. So wouldn't they pass through the little holes? That doesn't make sense to me.
Onto the food. Now, considering the well-known dangers of putting metal stuff like aluminum foil in the microwave, you may be wondering how microwaves avoid catching fire if they already contain so much metal. The answer is they're designed in a way that avoids any sharp tips or thin internal edges, as these are the things that cause metal to emit electrical arcs and other electrical phenomena likely to cause a fire. The mesh in your oven is just the right shape and position that it doesn't arc at all. And the holes in the mesh are small enough that most of the microwaves can't get through, while still allowing you to impatiently peek at your food. Although the view's not great, it's still best not to push your face against the glass for a better look, because some radiation could still get past. And there's nothing that'll ruin your day quite like accidentally cooking your own eyeballs. Towel trickery. We've all been there. The hasty post-shower rush from the bathroom to the bedroom, haphazardly holding a towel around your nether regions that's barely keeping everything covered. The last thing you want is everything falling down and leaving you embarrassingly exposed. Well, with the help of a special folding technique, there'll be no risk of that ever happening again. Once you're out of the shower, simply wrap the towel around your waist like this, then grab hold of the top and fold it down all the way around. This will hold the towel in place around you and stop it immediately dropping down. Repeat this folding action one more time to secure it, and voila! You've got a tightly wrapped towel that's probably not going to betray you.
That is life-changing, honestly. I mean, I go shower, bring my towel, and then I bring like boxers or something in there with me so I can just dry myself off in the shower and just put them on. But I mean, this is great. This could be life-changing. Wow. Chat, leave a like if you agree.
Just don't go to work or anything with it on. Banana business. If you're anything like me, every time you buy bananas, at least one of them ends up getting overripe and going all brown and squidgy. And nobody likes a soggy banana. But it doesn't have to be this way. A simple solution to the problem is wrap the stems in cling film.
I already do that. I'm ahead of the game. I'm ahead of the video. Yeah, I found this out just I think randomly on Instagram or something like that. I forget what it was. Either that or I forget how I found out, but I've been doing it for a while. Yeah, I found this out. I was like, no way, it actually works. It's very interesting. Yeah, that way. I guess it's because like the stem absorbs, like I forget what it was, but something about the stem that makes it like go bad. But yeah, I do this.
You only need to wrap the stems up because ethylene gas is the main culprit that turns bananas brown.
Facts.
And it's released from the stems.
Facts.
When the gas from the decaying stems travels through the air down to the rest of the fruit, it causes it to ripen slightly faster. By blocking it off, this process is slowed. You'll need to separate the bananas from the bunch before wrapping them up, so it's a little bit of effort. But that's a small price to pay to enjoy your fruit fresher for longer. Pretty appealing, don't you think?
Did you see what he said, guys? He said appealing. That's a knee slap.
The stitch sitch. You've probably noticed that strange V-shaped stitching pattern just below the neck of some of your sweaters.
I don't, because I don't buy that with that, but I'm curious what it is.
Without ever wondering what it's for. It doesn't seem to do anything, but originally it served two very practical functions. The stitching is in the shape of a V because back in the 1930s and 40s, it used to hold a piece of triangular cotton behind the main material of the sweatshirt. This cotton was elasticized so that when the wearer pulled their head through the sweater, the elasticized patch absorbed some of the stretch, reinforcing and helping to maintain the shape of the neck. What's more, it also served as a sweat absorber, because for some insane reason, sweatshirts used to be worn while playing sports. So why don't modern sweatshirts have it anymore? Our heads are the same size, and our chests are just as sweaty as they always were, right? As well as cutting production costs, its removal is a result of sports sweaters being replaced with lighter clothing. Plus, companies started elasticizing the whole neck, so the need for a patch was made void. Today, the patch might be gone, but the V-stitch lives on. More of a vintage fashion statement than anything else. That's right, you're a hipster and you...
I mean, it looks better without it, so... I'm fine with it being gone.
Didn't even know it. Cool Pool Noodle. Driving long journeys on a hot summer's day can be a sticky, stuffy experience if you don't use the air conditioning. But even aircon has its drawbacks. Often whoever's in the front will get a brisk blast of cold air, but those in the back, barely a breeze. If you're always the person in the back, consider buying yourself a pool noodle.
I actually disagree. When I was younger, and like my parents would like drive us. My dad would drive me and mom to the beach. They would always blast the AC, and like they would be fine. They wouldn't be like get cold or anything like that. And I'll be like freezing in the back because all the air like for some reason it goes mostly to the back for like in my situations. So like whenever I was in the front, it would be like great. I wouldn't be cold, I wouldn't be anything. But when I was in the back, it would be freezing. So like I don't know.
Yes, you heard that right. One of those foamy, floating tubes you used as a sword as a kid. They're made from polyethylene foam, which is bendy, durable, and lightweight. And if you buy the right kind, they're also hollow. Therefore, by sticking one end to the vent inside a car, the air gets channeled through the hollow center of the tube. And due to the flexibility of the foam with the other end, you can direct all that remarkably refreshing air wherever you want. You could even tuck it in to shoot a stream of cool air beneath your clothes. Okay, so you'll look pretty weird if anyone happens to walk by, but you'll feel like the coolest kid on the block.
Yeah, no one's gonna think you're cool. You're not gonna feel like you're the coolest kid. It's just plus most cars nowadays come with vents in the back as well, so like it's so extra.
Block. Antenna, no dilemma. One item you probably use more than anything else in your day-to-day life is your smartphone. The average American loves their smartphone so much, they've been found to spend upwards of 5 hours a day looking at their portable pocket screen. Despite this, you might never have noticed one of the most important features on the whole device. These small lines can be found on any non-plastic smartphone and are called antenna lines. Radio waves that come from your phone's Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and 5G antennas can't travel through materials that conduct electricity. For this reason, a fully metal phone would be little more than a fancy calculator. But by fitting small plastic strips onto the side of the phone, the radio waves can be emitted and received through them. If you've ever suddenly lost signal and not known why, it could be because you accidentally covered the antenna lines with your fingers. This is because, as conductors of electricity, our bodies block radio waves too. Now, apologize for all the times you've cursed your service provider. Or not. They probably deserved it.
That's crazy. I mean, I have my case over my phone. Wait. No, but it's not covered. The lines are still here even on the case. Yeah, it's in all four corners. There's like lines. I don't know if you guys can like see that, but like there's a line there. This is probably a terrible view. And then there's four of them. So if I covered all of these, right? All right, it doesn't go away. But I mean, this is really cool, I guess. I did not know what this was for. Very interesting.
Rat away. Whether you're a sailor or not, everybody can understand that rats are one of the last things you want on your boat. They nibble their way through food stocks, carry disease, and can even chew through electrical cables. The solution? These big, round discs. And no, they're not for throwing at rodents like deadly frisbees. You see, the main way rats get onto boats is by scurrying across the mooring lines while the boat is docked. Therefore, by sliding rat guards onto the lines, the potential pests are stopped dead in their tracks. Even if they try to clamber over the guards, their circular design causes them to spin wildly on the spot and throw the rats off. Time is of the essence though, because if you don't install the guards straight after docking, those speedy scampers will be on your boat in no time. So next time you're thinking of boarding a boat, check the mooring lines for guards first. You don't want any pesky pie rats. Hidden hinge. What hot dog is
That rat one, man, got nothing to do with me. So, I mean, if it helps you guys, that was for you.
complete without a generous squeeze of classic French's mustard? But have you ever noticed there's a secret function on every French's lid that's hidden in plain sight? Take a look at the back of the lid and you'll see there's actually a little knob attached to the hinge. If you pull the lid back far enough, it'll click into this knob, stopping it getting in the way and causing a mess when you're squeezing out your sauce. Finally, your life has meaning again. But mustard itself has more uses than just as a hot dog topping. Get yourself a bottle of English mustard and you've got a cheap muscle relaxant. Supposedly, by mixing a couple of tablespoons of English mustard into a hot Epsom salt bath, the relaxing effects of the Epsom salts are amplified. Salt and mustard.
No one's gonna catch me doing that. There's no way. Putting mustard in a... No.
Just throw in some rye bread, pickles, and pastrami, and you've got a New Yorker sandwich going.
All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. I did. So very, very great. But yeah. I don't really have much to say. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you did enjoy the video. If you did, let me know down below. And remember, I want you to remember. Let me know down below if you learned something new here. If you're as surprised as me. And if this helped you. And if it didn't, it's okay. It's okay. Let me know if you guys want a part 2. And yeah, I will see you in the next one. Also, I might the uploading might be a little bit slowed down as to how it was previously, just because I'm back in school now. The university is back open, so obviously I'm gone from winter break, so I won't be uploading as often, but still be uploading. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next one. Peace.